This is Jinu from K-pop Demon Hunters. So a tragic demon who betrayed his family for a chance at a better life, but struggled with guilt and his inability to trust his own memories due to the demon, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Guima's mind-tampering abilities. Oh, wow, that's pretty deep. So we're going to start with a circle for his head, okay? He has a very long face, so we're going to definitely have to add to it. So we're going to start with a circle. Kind of a circle. Okay, clean that puppy up. Oof. Okay, so his face is longer. So we're going to be going from that circle and making it go down. So same thing on this side from that circle to his chin. And then the bottom of his chin is going to go straight across, okay? So that's the beginning of his chin. We are going to go down the center. And then now you are going to erase the bottom of the circle to get that long face. And this side looks like it needs a little bit more lovin's. So we're going to clean that up a bit. All right, so we're going to make his nose here, mouth here, and his eyes are up a little bit more. So we're going to start with that. So his eyes, he's got like a little squint to them. So looking a little sus of the world, you know. I can't describe the look of it, but something like that. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. And his nose, oh, we can do the eyes in here. So inside here, here's his eyes. And you will be making, when you do Sharpie it, just make it really thick, okay? And then the circle in here, the shiny, is actually like a long oval, and then you can put the pupil in there, okay? Doesn't that like make it look more mysterious, right? All right, so we're gonna make this more of a long oval and then put his pupil in there. Okay, and then when I do Sharpie it, I am going to make the top part thicker. Perfect. And he does have like a kind of a little it's not really bags, but okay. So that line, I don't know, that line doesn't seem like it's in the middle that much, or maybe I didn't make this eye come over more. Maybe I'll just extend that. And we'll bring this in. Okay. And we're going to make this center a little more centery. So now we can erase right where the eyes are. And on either side of the eye, this is his nose. So his nose is just going to make a line down on either side here. It's going to kind of come out just a smidgy at the top. Okay, the bottom of his nose. Okay, we'll erase that now. So erase that centerpiece. We do not need that. Okay, let's do the bottom of his nose. So little bowl here. And then it's going to have nostrils. So one nostril on this side, one nostril on this side. And then it's going to come up. And the same thing on this side. And I did do a little mark here. So over at the bottom of the nose. Once we finish it, I think it'll look better. But, not bad. All right, I put his cool shades on him. If you don't want to, you can just leave it the way it is. All right, we'll come down for the lip. Gave him a little smirk there. So, can I come down where his lip is just a little bit? And I'm going to make this side come up. Just a little smirk here. This one just kind of come down. Okay? Upper lip. This one come down. Oh, hold on. That did not turn out too well. We will fix that. and bottom lip. Might even make this up a little more. Okay, for his cool glasses, they're going to come right to the nose. We're going to make it come up out here, over, down, and across. They're filling up his face. They look almost like octagon, pentagon, so with rounded edges. So now you want to go around the outside, or actually, I'll probably go around the inside. This is gonna, inside, outside, I'll go around the outside. So we're gonna go around the outside of it. He has pink glasses. All right, going along the bottom. And up. Okay, so let's do this side. To make it match, I'm going to go diggy across here. Diggy across here. Okay, so that makes it kind of the same. All right, what else do we know? Classic, okay, he has classic Korean aesthetics. So he, out of the boy band, he's the only one that has dark hair. Everybody else has colored hair. His is more with a dark, clean haircut. It's going along the lines of keeping his heritage, his Korean heritage. And from what I've heard is that when he was younger, it was a light, like more of like a brown. But then when he made the deal with the devil, his hair got darker. So there you have that. So we're going to follow this around and come here on the bottom. I think it's going to look better once we Sharpie it. And then we're going to put the bridge of it across. Bloop, bloop. I bet a lot of people are going to be K-pops this year for Halloween. Okay, we're going to make this more flat. Okay, so his eyebrows. So his nose bridge, bring it up like that. And then his eyebrows are going to go right on top here. And I'm going to go whoop, whoop. And then going to make this go across. This will be all Sharpied in. Okay, on this side, let's do it. Give it eyebrows. We're not going to see this one as much because there's a hair covering it. So we'll just kind of indicate this is where it is. And this will be Sharpied in. His neck. So his neck's going to come in just a smidge. And I know he looks funny without his hair. So his ears are going to come where his nose is. So wherever his nose is, kind of come across and go ear, ear. And then his top of his ear is going to come up more. So we're going to make this go out and in. It looks funny without the hair, but just work with me, okay? And he's got earrings. So I just kind of do a C shape, and then I bring it around to connect. So it looks like it's a C and then a smaller C. One earring. So backwards C, and come in. And then inside here, this is like the in part of his ear, and then around the outside. Okay, same thing on this side. Inside of the ear, and then come in on the outside. Okay. You know what? This side looks bigger than this. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. Maybe his ears aren't that big, but it works. Okay. So, we're going to cut off for his hairline right here. We're going to cut that off. Cut it. So his hairline comes to here. And then we're going to make his hair, make his little part like maybe right here. And it's going to go up and over, and it's going to swoop right down into his glasses. So first swoop, we'll be sharpening this in. First swoopy, and then we have another swoop. It's going to come down right here. Okay, swoops in. And then we have the swoop across. It's going to go into the glasses and then come up. So we can end up erasing all of this right here because this is where the hair is going to be. So we don't need that. So it doesn't confuse our brains. So we're now going to do another swoop here. Come down right on the edge of that eye. Swoop up, bring it down. Okay, we're going to do another one. And another swoop. This will all be sharpied in. All right, and then we are going to bring this swoop up. He does have hair on either side, so this is like the side of his head, and then he has like sideburns right here. So this is all going to be blacked in. So right here, sideburns. I'm going to color that in. And for his hair, we're going to bring it up. And if you want, I would probably, if I did it over, I'd probably make his hair a bit higher because I think it looks like that's where it should be, but I ran out of paper space. So, oh, you know what? We're going to make this go up and over a little bit more here. And I might bring this down and in more. Ugh, do I like this? We're working here. I think I'm going to take this in a little bit. I kind of made this side a little too big. And that's why we have erasers. All right, not bad. So now you can start putting in, you know what, I can even make this a little bit bigger. More hair on top. So you can put in some swooshes. Swoosh. So add its little swooshes in there, okay? And it can even fling out. This is all going to be colored in. So we're going to put some swooshes. Swoosh. You can even have the swooshes pop out here. All right, so just keep adding some details in there. But it's coming along, because once we Sharpie it, it's going to look better. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, we are now going to give him his shirt. What else do we know? Jinu was a human musician born around 1635. What? That's a long time ago. But he made a deal with Guima for comfort for his family. Ugh, made a deal with the devil. Never works out. Never works out, people. Okay, this is his shirt. At least he's dressed very clean, classic look. Not bad. This is his collar. And his shoulder. All right, other side. So let's match it over here. And he's got like a nice throat. Put that there. All right, we're gonna Sharpie it, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how I colored it, okay? So let me get my little Sharpie, and let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a thick Sharpie. Now I'm going to erase. Okay, we're going to start with peach and just color everything in its face except for where the whites are. Okay, so just color the whole thing in peach to start off with the base. What else do I know? He is a dark mirror to Rumi, both carrying hidden pasts that they learn to accept. Okay, so go around here. We can actually go, because we're going to color it in, maybe not inside where the whites are, but everything else we're going to just color in, because we're going to end up giving the glasses. If you end up keeping the glasses, you can do it without the glasses, then we're going to be coloring that in a pink magenta color. Jinu and Saja boys were inspired by current Korean boy groups. Oh yeah, I did. They were showing comparisons to Jinu and to current K-pops, and I saw the similarities, which I thought was really cool. I am curious. I don't know. I'm wondering who sang, because of course these guys are animation, you know, cartoons, but somebody had to have been the amazing voices, right? Hopefully they paid them a lot of money to do that. All right, so that's all colored in. A nice even tune. Now we're gonna come in with our tan and give it the shadows. So we're gonna come over here where the hairline is, go harder and then go lighter and lighter. Come along the hairline here harder and then get lighter. And go in here. I'm going to go around the glasses, make it darker. Let me give it that shadow look. So I'm going to go along here. Shadow and around the eyes and in the ears. In the ears, around the nose. I'm going to go underneath a little bit and under the nose. Give it some depth, okay? Looks like I didn't do so much here, so I can just come in with an eraser and just erase a little bit of the, there we go, highlights, bam. Under his nose, shadows. And right here, this is kind of like where this little smirk is. Under his lip, we have a shadow, and then around his jawline. I also curved it right here. I thought it would look good, like it's the shadow right there. I'm going to come on this side, go along the jawline, around the side of his neck, pressing harder, and then it's going to get lighter. A little bit more color here. This side, more color here, and go under his jawline and along the side. It's going to be darker on this side than it is on that side. Little shadows. All right, so we're going to add some more color to it. You know what? I'm just going to add a little bit of more color here, this little area. We're going to put some pink in the cheeks and the lips. Okay, so let's get some pink. We're going to color in his lips pink. Give it some color. No, doesn't look bad. It looks good. And a little bit of pink in the cheeks. The color there. All right. Color. Now I colored the whole thing pink. Whole thing. Even the rims, everything. Even it's going to go over the eyes, everything, because these are glasses. We're going to add to it, but we're just going to go over the whole thing pink. Maybe not so much where the eyes are. I was going to erase a little bit here. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and then I'll just erase a little bit on the eyes. Go over the whole thing pink. And come in with an eraser. Not too much because we still want to tell that it's glasses. Go around the outside. Actually, the whole glasses, just go around the whole thing so it's more of a burst of pink. And go around the rim. There we go, okay? Same thing on this side. Now I'm going to make it look like it's glasses. So I'm going to press harder here. And as I come in, I'm just going to make like streaks so it almost looks like it's glasses. Same thing here. So I'm pressing harder here, making like lines. You see where it looks like it's lines here? And I'm not done yet. We're going to add 2 more colors. You're like, what? 2? Yes, we're adding 2 colors. And you know what I might do, which I didn't do? I might even take this tan and just go around the eyes a little bit more to make them pop. And under his line there. So I'm going to go just a touch around his eyes. His eyes are brown. So I'm going to take light brown and dark brown. So I'm going to color the thing light brown. And they actually kind of have a little gold in them. I didn't do that, but I might right now. Put a little gold, flecks of gold, and then get regular brown. And then go along the top part here just to make sure it gradiates down. You see I'm making it hard, pressing hard here and making it go down a little bit. Ah, that pops. Okay, now I'm going to get magenta. I'm going to take the magenta and go along the inside right here. We're making that pink pop. So do it all the way around. It's fantastic. Same thing on both sides. Go around. Okay, and I'm going to make some streaks here. Yes. And I even put a little touch of brown. It warms it up. I might color this in just a little bit more here. And I think I put in some light brown. It looks like it's a little bit on the side here that warms it. Also this is pink right here, pink along the top here. I'm going to take that, I might take red, but I'm right in that in between, so it looks like it goes in. I'm adding a little bit of red, and I might add, I think, a touch of light brown. So I did a little bit of red and light brown, a little bit on top here. And I'm going to take this light brown, and then I'm going to accentuate some of the features. So along the nose, along here, underneath the glasses, making them pop out. Maybe under the lip a little bit, and definitely on the jawline and under the chin. Definitely. So for the hair, I forgot to put skin color in here. We're just gonna add some color in there. Did it gray, so we're just gonna come in with gray. The gray for the earrings, a little bit in there. And then for the hair, so it just doesn't look white, I'm gonna color it in gray. So it looks like it's shiny, but not white. Okay, for his shirt, I did put a little gray here. So it looks like it's inside. And along here, so you can see a little shadow under there. Doo-doo-doo. And I picked, you can pick any color you want. This is aqua green, and it looks like he had like a simple striped shirt. So I think I made them too close together, but you can make them farther apart. Okay, so I just went up and over, and 2 lines this way. Whoop, whoop. And then I just put some lines in there. Line down, 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 down. Same thing over here. Down, 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 and then across. Fantastic. Okay, and you can give it any color background you want. I'll see you.